Professor. Dr. Anand Rangnathan, I want to begin with you. How do you feel as an Indian today? Because before the politics, I want to ask you, is this just a name change? Is this just bringing in a statue of Subhash Chandra Bose to carry forward a political ideology or putting forward a political idea? Or do you think this is the beginning of a change in narrative and the thought process of a country that so far has just been stuck in a status quo mode with the colonial hangover?
Good evening to all my fellow co-panelists. Navika, you asked me a question, how do I feel? Let me answer it. I feel both proud and perplexed at the same time. Now, please give me a couple of minutes to explain why is that. The first issue, why I feel proud. Navika, there's no doubt about it. The Central Vista, as I see it, looks even more appealing than it did before. And a large part of this has to do with the fact that we have our beloved Netaji Subhash Bose looking over the proceedings. It has taken 75 years. I can't believe it. It has taken 75 years for a nation to honor one of its bravest, if not the bravest modern Indian. Let me be clear. We did not win independence because the Sabarmati ka Sant delivered it to us without sword or shield. We won it because Netaji and his INA sent shivers down the spines of those Brits, who anyway were petrified by the naval mutiny and besides were exhausted and bankrupt because of World War II. And frankly, it is painful that everything that Modi does or proposes has to be opposed by the Congress and the left. This is especially so because of their objection to honor Netaji. Yaar, ispe kya problem hai? But then it doesn't surprise me anymore. Let me give you just 4 facts quickly that will expose these irrational dynasty doormat dunderheads. Number 1, did you know that the communists have always sneered at Netaji Subhash meeting Hitler, even though they eulogized Mao, who killed 63 million of his own people? Did Netaji meet Hitler? Yes. But did he also condemn the atrocities committed on the Jews? Yes. Fact is, he was so singularly tormented and obsessed with India fighting for its freedom that nothing else mattered. The end justified the means. Number 2, and while Netaji was fighting for our freedom, the founder of the Communist Party of India, one Mr. Dange, was writing groveling mercy petitions to the British to release him from jail, saying he swears allegiance to the king. 3, did you know that the Congress and Nehru snooped on Netaji and his family for 2 decades, even after independence? What can be more treacherous than that? Now for the most cruel and devastating fact, Navika. 4, did you know that the first time the Indian National Army veterans were asked to take part in the Republic Day parade was in 2019. In 2019 under Modi was the first time. This is how these people have respected Netaji and his amazing army and their contribution to our nation. And now they have the temerity to object to the nation honoring him like the way it is. Left to them, they will bring back the statue of King George from Coronation Park and place it back under the canopy in front of India. And Navika, now the second thing, perplexed. Let me be very straight. It is all very well that the Prime Minister has very beautifully, I must say, encapsulated how we are getting rid of the colonial legacy. He gave 5 or 6 examples. But I ask this straight up. The biggest, most torturous colonial legacy that there can ever be, that those people who killed 35 million of us, manufactured 12 devastating famines, left our life expectancy rate at 32 years, looted 45 trillion from us. Those very people constituted a Commonwealth, and India is still a member of the Commonwealth. What can be more humiliating and a mark of colonial legacy? So I ask this question to Prime Minister or his representatives. If you want to get rid of something, this should be the first thing to get rid of, that India gracefully moves away from the Commonwealth.